Hello? Okay. Thank you. My name is Stacia Hiler, and I live in the city of Warwick. I just want to be able to speak frankly with you. You've probably heard millions of statistics over the past several years. I don't know how long the state has been going through all of these bills, but I just want to share with you an experience that I've been going through as a woman. And I'm also a firearms owner in the city of Warwick, and I've shared this with Senator Lynch. I'll follow up with you on it, but for Senator McCaffrey to know, you talked about how important it is for police chiefs that we have sound safety in our communities. And I've met with the police chief in Warwick regarding an individual that's been harassing me, both online via email and also sending me and my husband, as well as my parents, things in the mail since last August. Vile language, indirect threats. They are not direct threats. And I'm being told in the city of Warwick that because they are not direct threats, that this person has the First Amendment right to do what they're doing to me. I've met with the police chief. I've met with the Warwick deputy chiefs. I've contacted the state police, and no one is doing anything about it. My husband and I just received another letter in the mail yesterday. And I received another email from this anonymous individual about 3 days ago. I save everything. I've actually given up. I've given up trying to get help through the Warwick Police Department. But what I am doing is I'm in the process of getting my concealed carry permit. I train on a weekly basis. I've given my fingerprints. I've already certified in the state of Utah. My husband and I are both going to both get our CCW. And I just want you to know as a woman that when I go to an outdoor range or I go to an indoor range and I see other women that are there, they are either victims, and I talk to them, they are victims of sexual assault, they are victims of rape, they are women who are empowering themselves to protect themselves, and they are training at the range. I just actually was texting Daria Bruno. I see her at the range often. I said, Daria, tell me, out of all the women that you're training, how many are, victims? She's about 1 in 5, and she has classes full of, I go to the shooting range, I see her there, and I love to see more and more women training at the shooting range, and I think that's very important. I think that's what we should spend more time talking about as well. We talk about domestic violence, and just for the record, I am all for, I don't believe that an individual, male or female, whoever is the perpetrator who's been, has a history of committing domestic violence, abuse against somebody, I don't believe that they should own a firearm. But I think if somebody really wants to hurt somebody, they're going to kill them, whether it's their own bare hands, whether it's with the bat, however, if somebody's enraged enough, it's going to happen. I think it's great what you're all doing, and at least it's to make sure if they're going to try to go through the legal process to get a gun, okay. But if somebody really wants to hurt somebody, they're going to find a way to do it. That's the bottom line. We have the strictest gun laws in the state of Rhode Island. And I just heard the numbers earlier, how many states have hundreds of thousands of concealed carry holders walking around in the state. We're only, 3,600? I'll be honest with you, I feel safe. When I'm at a bank or I'm at the dry cleaners and I see a man or woman walking in and they're carrying and I can see that, I look at them, I go, thank you. I feel safe. I really do. That's how I feel. And just some other numbers for you. 10 lives were lost in 2013. I pulled this from the Providence Journal. I don't have, the article in front of me. But in 2013, we lost 10 lives to domestic violence. In 2014, it was 4, and I'm very sorry for those numbers. In 2014, we lost 239 individuals to heroin overdose death. Just in the month of January of this year, we lost 24 individuals in Rhode Island to heroin overdose. And we also have an average of 20 people per year in the state of Rhode Island that die from alcohol poisoning. So I look at these other statistics, and what we need to, I think it's important we focus on all of these things, but I don't think that we should just try to find a bill that just makes everybody happy. I don't think that's the way to do it. That's just my opinion. And I think the numbers speak for themselves. And And another thing that came up earlier was just Google search concealed carry, a concealed carry holder that protected the lives of others in a situation, and if there was any collateral damage. I don't think you'll find anything in that search result. You'll find that people who are carrying their firearms and they go through the legal process, and if they have to use it in a situation, they are saving lives. They are preventing deaths. I am all for, I have a 4-year-old niece. She lives Smithfield, and she will be going to Smithfield Public Schools, and I can tell you, I feel more comfortable, I know my brother does as well. He's a firearms owner. I'll speak on behalf of my brother as well. And I would feel safe knowing that my little niece is going to school and somebody is there to protect her, God forbid, if something happens, that there's whether it's a private citizen, a very well-trained teacher, or if it's a well-trained police officer, I'm all for it. And that's where I stand on that. And that's pretty much it. And I hope I will see what happens in the city of Warwick, but I can tell you right now, I have no idea if this person, what their psychological status is. I don't know what they're capable of. I know that the language gets worse and worse every year, but I'm getting harassed and nothing's getting done about it. So at least I have the option to go and train and protect myself, and then I'll feel more secure. And just for the record, I wouldn't hesitate to risk my life to save somebody else's life when I do become a concealed carry holder. So I just want you to know, I wouldn't even hesitate, and I feel very confident that I would not be somebody that would be giving anyone any collateral damage numbers. So thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it.
Questions or comments for this witness? Senator Archibald.
Thank you. Just a quick comment. I didn't hear the beginning of your testimony, but I commend you for taking your own steps to protect yourself.
Thank you.
Self-preservation is number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are laws in place with respect to stalking, and I could see Frank in the background squinting his face when you were talking because I almost read his thoughts. And I'm paraphrasing. My phone's almost dead, but it's a pattern of conduct or a series of acts over a period of time evidencing no continuity of purpose.
That's right.
And then we had legislation to cull it down, so you didn't even need the pattern as much as long as the intent was there.
Yes.
Did you raise that to
I actually took that statute and presented it at the meeting with the chief of police, and they said that because there is no direct threats being made of physical violence towards me. Even I know. Trust me. Like I said, I've given up. I have.
Have you contacted the Attorney General's office to look into it?
No, I haven't.
Or the state police?
Yes, I have, and they told me to go through the city of Warwick. I have it's all on record. They still have it there.
I'd contact the Attorney General's office if I were you.
That'll be the next step because it's continuing, but it's just an example.
Something's wrong there. So
I know.
You're on the right track.
I know. Thank you.
Are there
Thank
any
you.
other questions or comments for any of these witnesses?